Once in a while, through the history of the Red Green Show, we take an episode and we use it as a chance to say a lot of things that we feel about life and social stuff and TV in particular. And this is certainly one of the first ones. It was called The Network Deal. It's the first time a woman ever appeared on the show, so we had some chance to say something about that. But we also use it to say a lot of things about our view of network programming. If you read between the lines or even on the lines, I'm sure you'll see what I mean.
It's the new Red Green Show! And now, here's the man who changed the face of television by giving it a fat loop and a black eye, your host, my Uncle Red Green!
Thank you very much. Thank you, appreciate it. Got some really good news this week up the lodge.
Oh, I am so totally excited, Uncle Red.
Fine, that's fine, Harold. Yeah, this week we're going to have the very first ever Possum Lodge inflated hip waiter contest.
What? No, I'm talking about the fact that, you know, a big American television network is mildly interested in our show.
What?
Yeah, oh, yes, how true, how true. One of the big three. Yeah, they might pick us up. You could be famous. The network executives think that you're very quirky.
I'm not quirky, Harold. Anyway, the bunch of guys are going to put on their hip waders, pack them full of dry ice, and as soon as the CO2 turns to a gas, you know, they start to, whoosh, out they go. And whoever gets the biggest diameter without blowing them up wins. See, I'm not quirky.
Right, yeah, right.
This week's episode, we got a real surprise for you. You think that's it? Well, you're wrong. You think that's it? No, that's not it either. We're getting close, but that's not it either. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a great big hint. Well, if I'm going to win the first annual Possum Lodge Inflated Hip Waiters contest, better make sure I haven't got any blisters. You don't want a weak spot in there, by golly. She lets go at full pressure and blow you right across the lake, I'll tell you that. Yeah. Junior Sink, when he put his on, and to test him, he poured in a 2-4 of the light beer, let her fizz around in there. And
Excuse me, Uncle Red. It's just that 2-4 is local slang. You know, and if we want to get a big network deal, you know, we just have to tailor the show a little bit that way, you know. So can you say, like, case instead of 2-4? Okay?
You told me I wouldn't have to change the show, Harold.
Oh, no, that changed. Never changed. Oh, no. The network execs, they think you're quirky. Keep the quirk. Keep the quirk. No, just tailor it a bit that way. Tailor.
All right. Okay, so Junior poured a case of beer into his hip, and it was really cold. It was almost freezing. It was like 1 or 2 degrees, you know, and it was really...
Excuse me, correct. Sorry. Is that like Celsius?
Yeah.
Well, it's just that, you know, 1 or 2 degrees Celsius might confuse our American viewers. You know, because they still use Fahrenheit. So can you use Fahrenheit? Because Fahrenheit, it doesn't change the story. You know, oh, no, yeah, see, it works for me. Yeah.
Now, wait a sec, Harold. It took me 12 years to change over. I'm not going to change back.
Oh, no, not change. Never change. No. Just say Fahrenheit. Just say Fahrenheit.
Let me tell you something, Harold, all right? I love the Americans. Like, I'm really happy the Americans are watching our show. But I'm not going to change my tune now, okay? My tune happens to be Oh Canada, all right?
That's wonderful. That's fantastic. I just thought I might mention at this point in time, at this particular juncture, that American TV stars get $50,000 an episode.
All right, well, my new tune is I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy. In honor of moving to the networks, we decided to add a little more violence to the show. So Bill's going to do some boxing. He's sponsored by the No-Tell Motel. I think he actually took that as a free kind of a sample thing, which they... Anyway, we got ourselves into pretty good shape for the fight, and I think we were ready, you know? I mean, not that I really do a lot of boxing, but we worked ourselves into, you know, we have a pretty firm, pretty hard body. Well, okay, we're a little tired at this point, but you get a chance to rest. Where is he? Oh boy. Careful there. Easy. All right. We'll be back when Bill learns the ropes, all right?
Okay, this is the big one. The grand prize is for a truckload of stuff we picked up at the side of the highway. Mr. Humphrey, you have 30 seconds to get my uncle to say this.
sacks. There's a guy named Georgie O'Brien whose money was all we spent. He tried to buy whatever he could, and whatever he couldn't, he'd rent. The poor fool went bankrupt so many times he was down to his very last chance when he got hired on by the government as an advisor to the Department of Finance. You know, if this network deal comes through, I'm probably gonna have to do a lot of traveling. Promotional trips, personal appearances, avoiding relatives, that kind of thing. I'll tell you one thing, I don't want to be walking around carrying about 40 suitcases and a lot of weight on them and so on. So I thought I'd take this week in Handyman Corner to show you how the handy traveler packs a suitcase. All right, first of all, you got your bag of toiletries. You know, you got your shampoo and your soap and your mouthwash and your deodorant, your foot powder and so on. Well, you don't need that stuff. All right, you're a traveler, you're on the road. People expect you to smell a bit off. All right, now shoes. I mean, shoes are nice, but they're heavy and they take up a lot of space. So I say, get yourself some tin snips. Just cut the shoe right where the uppers are meeting the sole. I don't know whose shoes these are, but I'm sure they'll thank me. Done. All right, now all you have to do is just take one pair of sandals with you, and then every day you can wear a different pair of shoes, or at least look like it, by just putting the upper half over the sandals. So you got your formal, you got your running shoe, you have your semi-casual, and probably the most popular, the casual. And what it allows you to do is to throw all the soles and heels away. All right, now you can start packing all your clothes, your shirts, your pants, your jackets, whatever. And remember, one pair of socks and underwear for every week you're gonna be away. Now, I know hotels have their own towels, but they just don't seem to dry as well as they should, so I like to bring my own. Same thing with sheets. I don't want to be sleeping on something that 8,000 strangers have already slept on, or whatever. I feel the same way about hotel pillows. I just don't like them as much as my own. Don't know whether it's the smell or the feel, or maybe they're just not as sanitary as they need to be. So I like to bring my own. And I can say the same thing about hotel mattresses. Too flat, too smooth. I like to bring my own. But you know, Bernice is probably not going to be coming with me on any of these trips, so actually, I only need half a mattress. Okay, but how do we get the suitcase shut? Technology. A few C-clamps, some other clamps, and a come-along. We'll get her all closed up. But it's going to take me a little while to horse this baby down, so why don't we get back to the show, and I'll call you when I'm ready. Stay tuned. Buzz is wired, but his plane isn't.
And now, let's return to the mirth and mayhem of those wacky guys up at Possum Lodge with my uncle, your host, Red Green.
What's that all about?
It's not me, Uncle Red. It's the network. You know, if we want an American audience, we got to keep this thing moving some pace. You know, neat, eh?
I don't care about that stuff, Harold. I want to... Well, you made me forget what I was going to talk about.
That's okay. Relax. We got cue cards.
Cue cards? Since when?
Since now. I mean, you just can't come out here and blab. It's got to be tightly scripted and network approved. Okay, go ahead.
When the gods are impaling their hog woofers. While the gays are informing their hip wafers. I got it. All right. While the guys are inflating their hip waders, let's have a little visit from our special guest, George Clooney, star of the network series ER, aboard his fishing yacht. Talk about luxury. Oh, Harold, I don't want to do this.
What?
I got the hip weighting contest going on out there.
Well, it's just, you know, it's the network. You know, they feel that the hip weighting contest isn't what you'd call,
What?
entertaining. So,
Harold, are you kidding me? I got 20 guys out there packing their shorts full of dry ice. If that's not entertainment, I don't know what it is.
the polite term is quirky.
A kind of a special feature with Buzz here this week. Kind of a hobby thing he's got going.
You betcha, Red. Model airplane flying is like sweeping the nation, and is it any wonder, right? Because, I mean, even if your license is under suspension, you can still get out and enjoy the thrill of aviation. Whoa! Look at that!
Boy, oh boy. Now, how far can you get one of these things to go, Buzz?
You know, I don't know. It's in the instructions. I didn't read them. Whoa!
Whose plane is this?
That's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a little wussy for me, don't you think? So, like, I ripped the guts out of it, and I put it in my plane beauty.
You mean you're flying a full-size plane with radio controls?
Whoa! Here she comes! Whoa! Look at that beauty!
Wow.
Man, look at that turn!
That's nice.
Isn't that cool?
Flies better without you in it, Buzz.
It does! Man!
Wow, that is great. Look at that.
Flying straight.
Wow.
Watch me say hi. See if I can say hello.
Oh,
Isn't
man.
that cool?
How do you slow her down for landing, Buzz?
You know, I have no idea. I didn't read up on that part. Give me that a second.
Oh, Buzz.
Connect solenoid 4A to channel 5.
Buzz.
5. Oh, great. So how's that going to help me land?
Buzz, you got a problem here.
Not now, Red. I'm trying to figure out how to bring my plane down.
I don't think you have to worry about that anymore.
Oh.